Hey everyone, welcome to week 2, day 5. We're going to be discussing the power of one and how to develop deep relationships with your team and not get used to relying solely on the Facebook groups or just expecting your coaches to get started on their own. For me, I started my journey as a coach 4 years ago. The reason why I stayed motivated and kept going is because I formed a very deep relationship with my coach from day one. I wanted to make her proud. I wanted to get her recognition. I didn't want to let her down because she was the one person who had believed in me, a stranger, somebody that didn't need to. And I just didn't want her to ever look back and say, I was wrong about that person and I regret signing her onto my team. So I did everything I could to make her proud and duplicate what she was sharing with me. And this is something that I learned, and I was able to duplicate the relationship that she cultivated with me with all of my new coaches that I onboarded in 2012. In 2012, I was new. I didn't have the goal of being a full-time coach. I never knew that I would be here still 4 years later. I didn't know that my team would grow large and fast. All I knew was I wanted to help other people. And I didn't have any systems in place. I didn't know all the answers, and quite frankly, I still don't. But what I did right in 2012 was spend a lot of one-on-one time with my coaches via text, email, Facebook messages, on the phone, face-to-face if they were local, and I made sure that we remained in contact all the time. I didn't mean 24/7, but we were in touch all the time, and they always knew that I was available, and I shared with them how much I cared and what we wanted to accomplish together, and that motivated them. I'm going to share with you that as time went on, it was so hard to keep that personal touch. It was so hard to keep up with everybody. And then I noticed in 2015 and late 2014, I stopped getting those movers and shakers, and I didn't understand what it was. I thought that it was me and my leadership. And then really, I've been rebuilding my business and really taking a close look at what I was doing, the actions that were being taken, who I was inviting, what I was doing with the coaches when I was so successful in 2012 and 2013 and developed these leaders that are still here with me 4 years later. And I really thought about it. All it wasn't knowing everything. It wasn't being an elite coach. It wasn't having systems in place. It wasn't really even the onboarding. It was the relationship that I cultivated with these people where they knew that they were special to me, where they knew that everything that they did, I was cheering them on, and they knew what I wanted to help them accomplish. And so one thing that I can share is a story of when I was doing great to when things were not so great, and proof that having deep relationships with coaches is what motivates them. Remember, you're the one who brought your coaches into this business, especially now, 4 years later. I see our organization has grown to over 400,000 coaches. So it is truly an honor when somebody picks you as their coach, and they want to see your face. They want to hear from you. They want to hear you congratulate them. They want to have your voice ringing in their head as they are pushing towards goals, and they need to know what it is you want to give to them and what you envision for them. And so this year, starting off, I started going back to basics. I went back to what I did with my original coaches when I first started this, before the team got big, before I lost track of everybody. And so number one, I started a Facebook group that was just for my personally sponsored coaches, not for everybody in my downline that I'd been relying on. And I was scared at first, and I thought that everybody was going to be upset about another group, but it really was accepted well and well received, because I saw that they wanted that one-on-one personal touch with myself and their coach, and have it be in a private setting. And secondly, I started setting up one-on-one calls to reestablish the friendship, to deepen the relationship, to really convey that I still felt that everybody was important, and to find out what their why was as it evolved, figure out what it is that they were struggling with and help them, and teach them to do this with their team. And so it's so important that you take the time, that you make yourself available, that you do face to face, whether it's Zoom calls or Skyping or Google Hangouts or whatever it is, so they can see your face, hear your voice, and feel that warmth and that love that was there. I myself still request one-on-one calls with my coach. No matter how successful I've been or how I've grown as a leader, I still need my coach because she is the one who brought me into this business. She's the one who believed in me. And no matter how many successful top coaches I follow, or no matter how many people on my team are proud of me, or people in my family or friends circle, I want to hear that from her because she's the one who believed in me and she's the one who gave me that ticket to a better life. And no matter what, I'll always need her. I really like it, the relationship that we as coaches have with those that we sponsor, as like parenting. You have a baby and you start off with them, you teach them the fundamentals, and you cheer them on as they hit each milestone, and then you watch them do it and you correct them on the way, and the next thing you know, you're sending them off, and then you get to watch them personalize their life. You watch them take the things that you've taught them and apply it, but still live their life their way. And that is the way coaching is. But still, even as an adult, you still need your parents. You still want their feedback. You still want them to be proud. You still want them to accept you. And that is the same thing when you're a coach. So remember, when you are sponsoring people, that you have given them the ticket to life and that you matter to them, and they need to know that they matter to you. Take the time. You won't regret it, because for me, I have seen a shift in our team. I've seen some enthusiasm. I've seen some excitement come back in because I've been taking time doing one-on-ones with each person that's been on my team for 2, 3, 4 years, and especially the new ones. So I hope this helps you, and I hope that you take the time to really love on your coaches, because I believe above all things, love motivates. So I hope this message helped you.